from Memphis, California. I'm sorry, now you go from Memphis, Tennessee to Southern California. What is that transition like? Bring you in the building. Let's go.
Hey, man, let's get back in the small hold it down.
Yeah, so we know. Yeah. Wherever you at. Hey, we back at it. Just some more of it, man. This your host, John J. from the show Studio Talk. Look, I'm already messing up. He already got me ready to laugh, man. Hey, we got a comedian in the building, man. This man is hilarious. Hey, he's an up-and-coming comedian. He's up-and-coming. He's new, but comedy about the youth. Comedy's about the jokes, and he's definitely bringing both of them, man. Pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Thank you.
Tell the people who you are.
I'm Shamar Green. I'm a comedian out here in Las Vegas. I'm excited, man, for this, and I'm glad that you have me. It's been nothing but love and hospitality since we met, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. So on Studio Talk, I like to let the people give a visual journey of their life, their experiences, their trials, their tribulations, and just let the people know what you've been through and the life of a comedian.
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I'm saying? While you're doing that also, let them know, you know what I'm saying, what they could do if they're trying to get into comedy. So you can stop them from hitting the wall because you already been through it and still going through it. So if you give them a little knowledge and information while we're going through, it'll be great, man.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and start off, man. Where you from originally?
I'm originally from Kenwood, Michigan. Shout out to my hometown. It's my high school logo right here. I moved out here right after graduating, so it's been 5 years. Been really doing comedy consistently the last 3 years, you know, because at first, you know, I'm 17, 18. I can't really get in these places, but now that I'm in these places, man, I'm just honing my craft, you know, soaking up any game I can get, listening to the people that's been doing it and come before me. And so, to anybody out there, I encourage you to pursue your dreams. It doesn't have to be comedy. It could be anything. You know, you only get one life. You only get one bite at the apple. So take a big chunk out that mud. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but even before that, man, let's take them all the way back, man. How'd you grow up, man? What was your childhood like, man?
I grew up with my mom and two other brothers of mine.
Okay. Did you have your father in your life?
No, not consistently. No.
Okay.
Consistently.
Hey, man, we want the people to know. They don't know you.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You gotta let the people know who you is.
I tried sports. I played football. My dad did coach football. So
Okay.
he was around for a little
Is
bit.
that like Pee Wee or is that high school football?
It was Pee Wee. It was
Okay,
Pee Wee.
you still a kid.
I was so bad that, you know, when you're the coach's son, you know, you get, you know, the quarterback or the running back. I was on the left bench, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how bad I was, and that's when I knew.
Oh, so sports wasn't your thing?
No, so that's when I knew I should probably tell jokes, because I used to be on the bench having them laughing. So I was like, you know, they put me out on the field. Nah, that wasn't my thing.
It didn't work out.
So
how'd your dad take that? Him being the coach, he wanted his son to be Deion Sanders, and he say, "Yeah, that ain't me."
You know, it was just one. You know, I was so bad that it was just like we all was like, okay, yeah, it was like
let's get him off the field.
It was like, you know, you don't want nobody to get hurt out there. So, so yeah, that kind of was.
Okay. So you coming up, your dad's in and out your life, man. Where do you really get inspiration from comedy? Like, where does it come in?
Now we getting into the nooks and credits. So I used to get suspended from school a lot. And so I would be at my grandma's house with my mom at work, and I would just watch the Jamie Foxx show, Martin, Good Times.
He watching all the daytime 90s shows.
Yeah. And so I'm like, that looked way more fun than being at school doing work. So I just fell in love with it from there. And,
okay.
You know, a lot of like the actors I saw, they were comedians as well. So I was like, okay, I'll do comedy, and you know, that's how that came about. And so I'm a huge Martin Lawrence fan, huge Jamie Foxx fan.
Okay.
And Kevin Hart is a huge inspiration as well.
Okay. If you could work with any comedian in the world, who would it be?
Oh, Kevin Hart, man.
Kevin Hart? Mr. Hart?
That's easy. You know?
Die Hard. Shouts out to Die Hard.
That's right. You know, that's like, you ask a basketball player who they want to play with, they're going to say LeBron James.
Okay. But what do you think about the original people that did comedy, like Red Fox, like Richard Pryor? You know what I'm saying? What's the dad from Kid and Play? The dark-skinned dude. Robert Harris. What about people like them? Because a lot of the youth don't really know them comedians.
Legends. I would recommend every comedian, I think, should watch Richard Pryor. I think that, you know, from Eddie Murphy to Martin Lawrence, you know, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, me, whoever the case may be, I think we all kind of disciples of Richard Pryor to some extent.
So you said Richard Pryor, that's the godfather.
Yeah, that's the pioneer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you got to give it up to him. I studied the game. Like, that's one of the first guys to, you know, play all the roles. You know, if you like movies like Norbit or you like Martin playing his mom and playing Jerome and all that, Richard Pryor started all that. So
Okay.
all the respect in the world to Richard Pryor. And Red Fox is hilarious. Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Um,
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
And that,
Hey, in the foot.
that was the last original to me with all the legends together, still alive. Man, that movie don't get enough credit.
Not at all. Not at all. They definitely deserve some more play. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
They even had Arsenio Hall in there.
That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
shooting that little ass gun? That's my movie. I love Harlem Nights.
And they tried to, get everybody together for the Dolomite movie. So
Yeah.
I think we trying, comedians, we trying to create something like that. It's only gonna grow from there. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. So I respect all the OGs. I ain't no young guy coming to disrespect no.
Okay. So you saying get a original legends they flowers.
Absolutely, in all industries, But we talking about comedy. Comedy is definitely where the OGs deserve their props.
Now, let me ask you this, man. We're going to fast forward to today's times. Some older comedians say with the social media, that guy's not funny. He's just a social media guy. What do you think about all these comedians coming from social media and making all this money? But their work ethic is different. It's a totally different way they doing it. What do you think about social media comedians?
Well, I think if it translates to the stage, it does. So you can't knock anybody. If they get up there on stage and they funny, then you can't knock that. But, if they're not funny, then they might need to just stick on the internet. Because you don't want to, I think everybody should stay, you got to maximize your gifts, right?
Okay.
You don't want to, Steph Curry ain't trying to play like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? He going to practice maximize his talents, his abilities. So what translates on a 15-second clip might not translate for a 15-minute set. So everybody needs to know where their bread is buttered. And it's important to try. Definitely try.
Yeah.
But if you making, millions off the internet and you get on stage and it ain't really working out, there's nothing wrong with that. Make your millions on the internet. There's nothing wrong with that. It's different types of comedy. Yeah. Some people are better on a movie set or a TV set than they are on stage. Some people better on Instagram. It's all comedy. It's all
it's all content.
Mm-hmm.
More content. Yeah. So, man, I heard you got a film coming up.
I do.
I heard you got a film coming up. How did that even come to play?
Okay, so this is crazy. I was taking a lift home from somewhere one night.
Yes, sir.
And the driver was like, "Hey, you ever heard of this and that movie?" And I'm like, "No, I never heard of that movie." And so he showed me, and I'm like, "That's you." And so he like, "Yeah."
So you looking at the driver like, "Oh shit, okay."
That's what I'm saying. So shout out to Kevin Stagger at Grand Chorus Films. And so he just had me follow him on Instagram. We exchanged that, and so I got a phone call like a month later. He was like, "You want to audition?" And I was like, "Cool." So I went to the audition. It went well. Never heard anything. So this is August of 2022.
Okay.
And so I didn't hear from him again until like April of last year. And so he was like, "Come down and film this scene with my guy Thomas Ward." Shout out to T Ward, another great comedian. He would be great for this as well. And so me and T Ward filmed the scene. The movie is called Snatch. It'll be out later this summer. And why don't we show them a little
Hey, matter of fact, man, we're going to give y'all a little tip, a little snippet, a snap, and my boy, Shamar Green. Let's go.
See anything out of the ordinary? It's like almost every 20 minutes, a young girl is kidnapped and turned into a sex slave.
Working on a whole other case. Well, my 15-year-old daughter is still out here missing.
Hey, so we back at it, man. Hey, tell the people, how was that being on a movie set? What was the difference from doing comedy and stand-up and actually being on a film set?
Film, you have to be, quote-unquote, smaller. You still want to be funny, but you don't want to be as grand because the camera, you know what I'm saying? It's not, it's just, you're getting that one shot. You got to get that shot. So you want to be funny, and it's all in the face, it's all in your tone, it's all in the eyes. So you just...
Everything matters.
Everything matters. So you want to be smaller with your movements, but you still want to maximize your time. And I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm starting the movie. That's my one scene," But
hey, man,
it's all about maximizing
your
minutes. Always maximize your minutes. And if you read in this... and this is where comedy can kind of tie in with being on a movie set. If you only getting 3 minutes, maximize those minutes. You know what I'm saying? So just maximize the time you get. And again, all these things I'm saying, they can apply to more than just comedy. They can apply to anything you want to do in life. So just maximize your time and give a great effort. Be likable. Be easy to work with, and have a good time. I had a great time. We had fun.
Yeah.
So again, shout out to Grand Course Films and Kevin Stagger, man. I really
And appreciate y'all for investing in up and coming comedians, man. That's the youth, and youth is the future. So y'all investing in the future of comedy with this man. So shouts out to y'all for doing that.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you something else, man. Man, how you feel about talking about current events? Hey, man, we got a lot of weird stuff going on, man.
You know, man, current events. Listen. I think it's a lot of weird shit going on. Too.
Yeah,
Can I
man.
cuss on? I'm not,
I know you good, you good, man. This studio talk, man. We want the people to get a real taste of you.
I see the same shit. I'm tired of it, man. All this 50-50 stuff. All this stuff to divide us, man. Like, at the end of the day, we all people, man. I just try to spread love, man. All this stupid stuff, man.
Okay, so you veer away from the negativity.
Yeah, I try to veer away
the
from
Diddy and all that. You like nah. I veer away from that.
Yeah.
Positivity over motivation over everything.
You know, I think everybody, should have an opportunity to get whatever justice they need. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm real big on good versus bad.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
Some of these niggas is wrong.
I'm not black, white. No, I'm good. I'm right and wrong. That's all.
That's
it
it.
is. That's all.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. Well, what kind of words of wisdom do you have for an up and coming comedian who really has no one to back him, but he knows he's funny and he thinks this is calling? Well, what kind of advice could you give him?
I would say, get up there. Get up there and suck. Like, get up there and have a bad night.
Get up there and suck?
Yeah, seriously, because that's where your confidence grow. If you really know you funny, you can have a bad night and then go up there again. You know what I'm saying?
Thug it out.
That's what I'm saying. And so you can have a good night on your first try. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? My first time getting on stage, it was a great night, but it's that 4th, 5th, 6th time and it don't go so well. You
gotta keep it going.
Test your metal for real. And so get up there and suck. Get as much advice as you can. Figure out what you did wrong. Again, be easy to work with. Be likable. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean be fake. It doesn't mean kiss ass. It just means just be easy to deal with. Don't be an asshole. And people will show you love.
Keep an open mind.
That's it. Keep an open mind. I haven't had a negative interaction with a comedian. It's all been love, all positivity. I have nothing negative to say about anybody. I just come ready to go. You know, don't, if you got, again, maximize your time. I don't care if it's 2 minutes, I don't care if it's 5, 15, maximize that time. Use crowd work. Don't be so stubborn, you know. I know we all come in with our set and we all so stubborn and arrogant and like, oh, this is funny, you know, this is my thing. No, sometimes you got to veer away from that. Sometimes, you got to improvise a little bit. Sometimes the
audible.
That's it. My man, you know.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Hey, so, man, what's coming in the future, man? What you got in store?
Just continuing to hit the stages, man. I'm going to LA next week.
Okay, you got a comedy show in LA?
Yes, sir. I got a comedy show in LA.
Where you at? Tell the people.
It's at the Artistry.
But when is the event?
Next Saturday, June 22nd. So I'm looking forward to that.
June
22nd,
7 p.m. Southern California?
Yes, sir. At
LA?
The Artistry. Yes, sir.
Artistry, man. Tap in, man. Shamar Green.
Shamar.
Man, look, man, I've been drinking a little.
Yeah.
Shamar Green. Yes, sir. Man, so what you doing comedy, man, and then you coming up as a black youth, what do you think we need to do to change the comedy game? Or what do you think could help the comedy game?
What could help the comedy game? Continuing to work your set, bring your best. I've seen, sometimes people come in and you feel like they aren't taking it seriously, or I've seen people come in and act like they too good to do a place, which is funny because you agree to do it. You mean like a hole in the wall place or a smaller crowd? Just a smaller crowd. I've seen it, and just I am real big on, if you feel like something is small for you, don't take it. You know what I'm saying? And so
But I mean, not to cut you off, but if you're a true comedian, it shouldn't matter if it's one person or it's 100 people.
I agree.
It's about the laughs. And if you can touch that one person, then hey, that's what you're there for.
Absolutely. And it's just more community. And we're getting there. I don't feel like there's any gatekeeping. Just more community, more inclusiveness. Another thing that can help the comedy game is this place that I'm gonna be hosting at tomorrow, C3 Seafood on South Decatur Boulevard.
Shouts out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
Supporting comedy youth.
They are headed in the right direction because it's a seafood restaurant. So now you can give more opportunities to teenagers, people who aren't 21. So we have a teenager actually that's going to be a part of the show tomorrow.
A teenage comic?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Shout out to Blake. Blake will be a part of the competition that I'm hosting tomorrow. Funny Money Sundays. Winners, first place gets $100. Second and third place get $50.
Hey man, come get your dollars, man. Come get your dollars.
2605 South Decatur Boulevard, C3 Seafood Bar and Grill. And so they're headed in the right direction. Allowing 702 karaoke. They do an open mic on Fridays. That's on Spring Mountain. And so what that does is it opens
up the doors for
Absolutely.
people to come see the comedian.
Absolutely. It's like, so when you're 16, you're 17, you're 18, anywhere, where you're not 21 yet, you get to hone your craft. So when you are 21 and you can go into places
You've
like...
been working. You got the experience.
Exactly.
You didn't have the booze. You didn't have the people not laughing.
Exactly.
Thickens up your skin.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be the next step. It's just more places for, younger people under 21 to hone their craft, because I don't see why people can't have that opportunity. I knew at an early age that I wanted to do comedy. I'm sure I'm not the only person. So give everybody a chance to get up there, so then that way when they are 21 and older, they already killing the game.
So you got your own age bracket, right? So do you wish it was more comedians your age?
Yeah, I do hang out with a lot of older people.
Absolutely.
So I don't meet a lot of people my age just because of what I'm doing. But it is what it is. I meet a lot of great people, so it doesn't really matter. But
okay.
It would be nice, but it's not like the end of the world.
He said, I'm going to keep working.
Yeah, it ain't the end of the world.
Okay, well, let me ask you another question, man. We're going to spine the spotlight. You might not want to say a selected few, but, man, give me your top 5 comedians all time.
All time?
Top 5.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Let's hear it.
Richard Pryor.
Number 1 or number 5?
We're going to start from 5. Okay, we go from 5.
It's up to you.
We go from 5.
This your top 5 dead or alive. It's up to you.
5th. I'll go Dave Chappelle 5th.
Dave Chappelle is 5th? Oh, okay.
Dave Chappelle 5. I'll go Martin Lawrence 4.
Martin 4.
I'll go Kevin Hart 3.
Kevin Hart 3.
I know you're the pioneer, but I go Richard Pryor 2.
Richard Pryor 2.
And I just think Eddie Murphy the best to ever play the game. That's
Eddie Murphy number 1.
I just think Eddie Murphy.
Man, I think Charlie Murphy more funnier than Eddie Murphy.
Different types of funny. I think.
I'll give you that.
But Charlie is hilarious.
Yeah, hey man, shouts out to Charlie Murphy.
Shout out
man.
to the Murphy family. No, I think Eddie
changed the comedy game. Like literally, he came with Nutty Professor and from the Beverly Hills Cops all the way to the Eddie with the Gap in the red leather. That's to the Golden Child Eddie.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To now to Coming to America 2, where he's got his own production studio.
Another Beverly Hills Cop coming out too.
Beverly Hills Cop coming out. He really changed the comedy game, and he also brought money to the business. Not saying nothing about your crap, but comedians weren't making as much back then. They're actually making income now. And good money too.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Thank you. Gotta see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So shouts out to Eddie Murphy. That's your top 1, man.
Yes,
and go ahead and let us know what you got coming in your future again. What shows you got coming up?
We got the Artistry in LA next Saturday. I'll be at Big Jerk Tuesday, the 18th. And I'll be at C3 again Tuesday the 25th. Joe King is starting her own show there, so I'll be opening up there soon. And I got the Tuesdays where I really hone my craft. I was with my guy Macho Black.
Okay.
So every Tuesday at Classic Jewel, 353 East Bonneville Avenue, not too far from where we at now. We got a show going every Tuesday at 9, Jokes and Tacos with Macho. I spent the last year honing my craft there. I was guest hosting. And so
is that just like an open mic?
Yeah. So
Okay.
now it's like one feature and then people come up
Okay.
and yeah.
And that's every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, man. Go support comedy, man. Go check that out. What is it again?
Jokes and Tacos with Macho Tuesdays
Jokes
at
and
9
Tacos.
p.m.
Taco Tuesday.
353 East Bonneville Avenue. Y'all gonna have a great time, man. Great bartenders, great atmosphere. It's just, I love comedy, man.
Yeah.
I don't come across too many bad atmospheres. I don't know if it's just because I love what I do or what, but
Yeah.
I'm not giving you, I'm not giving you coach speak. I really do have a good time doing what
Yeah,
I
he
do.
said, man, I have fun in what I do. I love what I do.
It's
Man,
love.
before we get out of here, is there any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Macho Black. Shout out to Jay Reed. Shout out to Doing Bad Jenkins.
Hey, shout out to Doing Bad Jenkins for bringing my man down here to Studio Talk podcast show. Hey, he even said he gonna get a show going. We even gonna try to get a comedy setting here. And man, shouts out to Doing Bad, man. My boy Memphis.
Absolutely. It's all love from it's all love for everybody I just shouted out. And shout out to Billy Bob Jackson. Man, that Billy Bob Jackson is a really great guy. He has an open mic every Monday, again, at C3. So that's a place that's really growing.
Shouts out to C3 and Billy Bob.
Absolutely. Shout out to my guy Tobias Carson. And that's somebody I do skits with. He's hosting the show on Mondays now because Billy Bob taking some time off.
Okay.
So shout out to all those guys. Jay Reed, Doing Bad, Billy Bob, Tobias, Macho Black, man. Thank y'all so much. I've been able to grow as a comedian because of you guys, and you guys are giving me the platform. And shout out to you, man, for this platform.
Hey, and man, shouts out to Money Over Everything
Money Over
Clothing.
Everything.
I love the hat. I gotta give you a gift before we get out of here, man. A Money Over Everything embroidered baseball jersey, man. Hey, man, it look real fly with your hat, man.
Absolutely.
This is sponsored by Money Over Everything Clothing, man. This has been your host, John Jay, that love to smoke and sometimes choke. My boy.
That's Shamar Green. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Shamar_Green712.
Hey, this just been some more of it, man. This is Studio Talk Podcast Show. Check us out streaming. Money Over Everything ENT, man. Like, subscribe, share. Just some more of it. Yee!